Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Mark here with The Better Mark. Let's break down the May 14th, Tuesday Major League Baseball card. We'll get into each and every game. I have four best bets as well as kind of a all-out, all-in moneyline parlay that I'm feeling for tonight's contest. Okay, so make sure you guys all wait until the end of the video. We're going to do a quick recap. I'll show you guys my best bets, and we'll break down the sides, totals, and each game that we have going today on the baseball betting card. Okay, so let's get into it. Make sure you guys are all subscribed down below. Please smash that like button, and always let me know down below your picks that you'll be on for this evening, okay, and afternoon. Also, we do have in the description, there are links to oddsjam if you want to get signed up, a very invaluable betting tool that I use on every single day with every one of my bets. Also, the channel memberships are live. If you want to join the channel, become an official team member here at The Better Mark, and please hop on over to the Discord, a very, very fun group of individuals we have going in that, over 150 members currently running, totally free to get in there, all right, and links down below, okay? But let's get into it. Let's look into the odds jam. The first game on the card is the likes of the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets. Okay, this is one where we're going to be fading Aaron Nola. All right, 4.2, 3.67 ERA. I lean towards the Mets. Okay, no official play, but this is a early game, 1:10 first pitch. That's what we'll be taking in terms of a lean, but no official play. All right. The next game is one where we are going to have an official play. This is where we look at the Washington Nationals in the first game of their doubleheader. This is the makeup game, I believe, from yesterday, where we will be taking the Trevor Williams led Washington Nationals. Okay, we're going to take them 4-0, 1.96 ERA, going against Chris Flexen. Great pitching matchup. I love the Nationals, one of the most profitable teams in Major League Baseball. Okay, dropping their last two against Boston, and since then, guys, this is one where we're going to be looking to take the Nats, all right? And I know that the White Sox have won 4 out of their last 5, taking 3 of 4 out of Cleveland, and then they did absolutely beat Tampa Bay, but losing that series. So they've been kind of surging back, okay? And the White Sox, 12-29, they've been stacking some wins, but still, they are a very subpar team, and I look to have the Nationals take the first game of this doubleheader. So lock that in at a price of minus 116 on the money line for that first game on the road. Okay, the next one is one where we aren't going to lean towards anything Nationals. If I did have to, this is actually the makeup game, mind you. Okay, where we have Mitchell Parker and Eric Fetty. One where you guys know how I play doubleheaders. The statistical number of doubleheaders that they've been a split is something where it's off the charts. And this is one where I'd stay away potentially unless we get a real juicy money line price from the White Sox and the Nationals are able to take game one. That's where we could take the likes of the White Sox if that situation plays out, but I will not be betting this game unless I look for a juicy White Sox moneyline price, but most likely not getting involved. Okay, the next game on the card is the Blue Jays and Orioles. Okay, this is a game where I love taking the Orioles. We're going to have a little bit of a sprinkle in that parlay within the Orioles. Okay, Kyle Bradish, 1.86 ERA, 14 Ks going against Chris Bassett, 5+ ERA, 40 Ks, one where we're going to be backing the Orioles, but not so much more in taking them with the side and total, but this is something where we're going to look into taking the prop market. All right, we look at Bradish and what he's been able to do from a strikeout perspective, okay? The Blue Jays do not strike out too often, okay? And I think that this number is 1 too high. It should be set at 4.5 or 5. So we're going to be taking the under in the strikeouts. We're going to take the under at a minus 117 price. That's the best available. We go back into Bradish's last couple starts, striking out 9 against the Nationals. They have a high K rate. But also looking at the Yankees, striking out 5 in his first outing. So we will be taking the under 5.5 Kyle Bradish Ks. Okay, that will be my second official play. The next game is Miami and Detroit. This is one where we look at Ryan Weathers and Reese Olson. No play for me. I do not like to get into the bed within the Marlins too often. Lean towards taking the Marlins, and that's kind of why I'm staying away. Plus 170 price going against a horrible pitcher within Reese Olson. 0-4 on the season. Getting it done from an ERA and a K perspective, but one where I'm not going to look at this. I probably would lean towards taking the over 7.5 you can find out there, but no official play for me. But I do like the plus 170. I do like the over 7.5 if you can find it, but like I said, no official play. Next game is Tampa and the Boston Red Sox, right? Aaron Savali going against Nick Pivetta, okay? We look for a little bit of a anomaly within this game. We can go into some of the stat lines where I could show you guys some more within what's going to happen. Boston minus 117 at home. That's a little bit juicy, okay? But I think that we see some runs in this contest, right? I think we do see some runs. I think that we can see a total, okay, getting above that 8.5. It's just a little too high for me. If this was 7.5 or 8, I would be taking that. But lean towards taking the over. I'm going to stay away from the side in this matchup, okay? The next game, we will have another play. We are going to go back to the well. We are going to be backing the under 8 within the Cubs-Braves game 2 of this series. 7:20 first pitch, Jameson Taillon going against Chris Sale. This one will be played at Truist Park. We look at the Cubs, and I'm a big fan of Taillon, okay? I think he gets it done. He's going to be able to shut down the Braves roster lineup, and Chris Sale has been no slouch. He's not the Chris Sale Cy Young candidate, but getting it done, a lot of strikeouts, 2.95 ERA, 5-1 record on the season. So this is probably a good spot where I'm going to be taking the under. I was able to bet the 8, so I will be taking the 8 at a minus 110 price. Next game, like we talked about, will be the Yankees and Twins. Okay, that is the Carlos Rodon going against Chris Paddock game. All right, 7:40 first pitch. We will not be betting this. I would lean towards taking the Yankees at a minus 113 price, but I just can't go against the Twins, especially with one of their better pitchers going on the bump. You could even dive into the plus 1.5 on the Twins run line if you want to get it at a price of minus 155. That's an option for you guys out there, but no official play for me going in this contest. Okay, and then game 2 of the Guardians and the Texas Rangers. We look at the last matchup. We saw 7-0. The Guardians were able to get the job done, and this is something where we're seeing a plus price for the Indians once again. Plus 108 if you want it. Not opposed to it, okay? I do see a lot more of the money flowing in on the Rangers at a minus 110 price. I'm going to stay away from it. I don't like the fact that Jack Leiter has been getting lit up. He had a kind of solid first few innings, but then his couple appearances, he has shown some weaknesses. I know he's a rookie, but we look at the last game. Pull up his stat line real quick. Jack Leiter, basically in that first start against the Tigers, he went 3.2. Against the Athletics, he went four innings. So if you want to get behind something kind of a little different, let's pull it up. I want to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. We're going to go into the odds jam right here. We can look for the outs recorded, okay? And you can see that there has not been a market established for Jack Leiter. So no play, but if you can find it, taking his under, if you can get anything under 12, it'll probably be set at 11.5 if you can find it. But if it was at 12, I would be taking the under 12 in that. But no official play for me in this game. Okay, back to the card. Let's look at the Oakland Athletics and the Houston Astros in the next game. Love the Astros. Too big of a price for minus 167. We are going to be taking them in that money line parlay. Ronel Blanco, I think he dominates the A's here. I think he gets it done going against J.P. Sears. At home, at Minute Maid Park, I love the Astros. Not at a price at minus 167, but they will make my card on that parlay that I'm going to show you guys towards the end of this video. Okay, and then the next game, we're going to dive into the Cardinals and Angels. We're taking Sonny Gray. I don't agree with this line, minus 130. I'm going to lock it in on the money line. Sonny Gray has been pretty much fantastic. Going against Reed Detmers, one of the lefties out there that has a Jekyll and Hyde kind of a performance. One day he can absolutely shove, and the next day he gives up 6+ runs. So we will be taking the St. Louis Cardinals. Actually lean towards the under in this spot too. 7.5 is a little bit low. If you can find an under 8 later on in the day, that definitely is an option as well. But I will be taking St. Louis minus 130 in the official bet, as well as that's going to be an overlap that we're going to be taking in that parlay as well. All right, next game out is the Reds and Diamondbacks. We have Hunter Green going against Slade Ciccone, something where we can talk a little bit more about what's going on in this game. Hunter Green has been kind of a mixed bag. I do like what he does from a strikeout perspective. The Diamondbacks in this game would be the play for me. Minus 110, that's where I'd be leaning. I think they could get this fastball, but I am not going to bet this game at all, okay? And then the next one, we have a couple more left to go through. Colorado and San Diego. Dylan Cease, love Dylan Cease in this matchup, and the money line does as well. That's why we've seen this creep up and get as high as minus 270. So no value for this. Maybe in a first five perspective, you can get on board with that. But I am going to be betting them in my money line parlay as well. Okay. Kansas City and Seattle. Seattle has owned Kansas City in recent matchups, and yesterday I told you guys it was a little bit of a fishy line, and that is exactly what went down as Seattle was able to pull out a victory in that game, okay? But now we look at Logan Gilbert going against Michael Wacha. I would lean towards taking Seattle once more. I don't like to bet against the Royals, but in this matchup, I definitely think the edge goes to Seattle. Pitcher's ballpark, I would favor the under as well, under 7.5 at a minus 121 price. I think that the Seattle ball club, I think that these pitchers won't go deep, but I do think that we'll be able to get it done, get into the bullpen, and stay under that total. So that's where I would lean towards in that. But Seattle basically winning 6-2 yesterday. That'll show you once again why I won't like that 7.5. But this is something where Logan Gilbert has been kind of dominant, but we'll see what happens. This is something where I would lean towards the Mariners once more at a minus 149 price. A little too high, so we're going to stay away from that one as well. And then the last game on the card is the Dodgers and the Giants. Okay, Gavin Stone going against Keaton Winn. I would favor the Dodgers. This is something where they're a great dance partner for a parlay if you guys want to get into a moneyline parlay. A lot of people, though, that would look at this game. 6-4, the Dodgers were able to win yesterday. I definitely see some runs being scored, but a strong lean and played on the Dodgers. I'm just not going to lay the minus 156 price in this matchup. Okay, so that about does it. That wraps up my official breakdown for this Major League card. Let's get into the official plays. Once again, we have Bradish under 5.5 Ks. The Nats on the money line in the first game of that twin bill. The Braves under 8. St. Louis on the money line minus 130. And then my half unit that I'm going to sprinkle on this plus 473 parlay. We're going to get the likes of Baltimore, Houston, St. Louis, and San Diego to wrap up my betting card. So hope you guys are all doing well. Back at it. We are grinding. This has been kind of a rough stretch, not just for me, but for everybody. Yesterday within baseball, we went 1-3 in the MLB. We had a game get postponed. But it is something where over the course of the season, we will be profitable. We're going to keep grinding it out and come out on the other side. So hope you all are doing well. Remember to subscribe on your way out if you have not already done so. Hop on over to the Discord as well. Get joined there where we talk sports every single minute of the day. Basically, it seems like love the group and the intensity we have, especially as we get into the evening when people start really rooting for their bets to come home. So appreciate you guys. Remember to subscribe, like I said, and let's cash some tickets tonight. Cheers.